social media. The chairman and the co-chair of the joint committee for the investigation of this disturbing allegation of corruption against the EFCC and other government agencies. I stand here today. My name is Michael, the Chief of Staff to the Executive Chairman. I stand to represent him. He says his sincere apologies for not being here due to the exigencies of duty that came called, though he will have wished to be here. The letter of investigation into this very deep and disturbing allegation, we would like to just make this presentation on behalf of the Executive Chairman very quickly. Our attention was drawn to the viral video published by one Martins, Vincent Ute, aka Very Dark Man VDM, wherein it raised Olarowaju, Okeneya, aka Bobrisky, and ex-convicts alleged that the officials of the commission received the sum of 15 million naira to drop money laundering counts in charge FRN versus Okuneye Idris Olarowaju. In the same video, the publisher, the Very Dark Man, revealed that Bobrisky made this presentation to an undisclosed friend of his, whom he intended to receive a financial support from. Attached here is a copy of the charge we have marked as Enclosure 1. Given the gravity of the offense, which touches on our core value as a commission, it touches seriously on our core value, and we do not take kindly to the integrity of the commission, one of the best all over the world and in Africa. For our integrity to be touched. Given this value of integrity, courage, professionalism, and collaboration, the Executive Chairman promptly constituted a team to investigate the claim and equally issued a statement through his various social media accounts to that effect. Whilst investigation is still ongoing, the Executive Chairman received from this Honorable House an invitation directing his appearance and the concerned officers of the Commission before this Honorable Committee for an investigative hearing. Upon close scrutiny and analysis of that video that gave rise to this investigative hearing, the Commission observed the following: that the published and widely circulated video contained a private conversation between the ex-convict and a yet-to-be-identified individual who, in an attempt to obtain monetary benefit, alleged the compromises and the compromise of the officers of the Commission, the Nigerian Correctional Service, a private legal practitioner, Femi Falana SAN, and a private and FAS, the bad guy. That in an attempt to induce and convince the yet-to-be-identified individual into parting with his money, the ex-convict alleged that the sum of 15 million naira was demanded by the officers of the Commission to drop the count of money laundering counts in counts 5 and 6 of the charge sheet, and that he could not transfer the said sum from his account because of the investigation, thereby inferring that the said account was frozen. That at the time he was demanding for this money and claimed his accounts were frozen or under investigation, the Commission never, at no time in the course of investigation, placed the account of the ex-convicts under postal debit. His account was never frozen throughout the period of investigation. Whereas the ex-convict mentioned the names of his friends who raised various sums of money and credited same to the account of his brother. The names of the officers of the Commission that allegedly collected the bribe were not disclosed by the ex-convicts. Also, the mode, the place, date and time of the delivery of the alleged bribe, or to an account where it was paid, was not disclosed by the ex-convicts. Arising from the above observation, the Commission wishes to state categorically as follows. In view of the prevalent nature of the currency, mutilation and abuse of the naira, which has been expressly criminalized by Section 21 of the CBN Act 2027, the Commission, in a bid to curb the said offences and in the discharge of its statutory duty, set up a special task force via a memo by the Executive Chairman to all its directorates. Now, attached here, which is also a copy of the said memo marked as Enclosure 2. As a result of the setting up of this special task force and the vigorous sensitization, investigation and prosecution, a number of convictions were secured, which has significantly stemmed this dangerous tide of abuse of the naira, which all Nigerians are witness today. It was in the course of carrying out its mandate that the Special Task Force of the Commission Lagos Directorate received intelligence which revealed 4 different videos of gross abuse of the naira notes perpetrated by the ex-convict, which warranted his investigation and prosecution. That on the 12th of April 2024, the ex-convict, while undergoing investigation, in his extrajudicial statement, confessed clearly inter alia, Bob Express is not registered as SCUMO, Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering. I'm not aware. Hence the inclusion of count 5 and 6. Due to his own confession that Bob Express is not registered. So the prosecutors had to now include all of this and then did a further check on that. Now, in the body of the charge, this was included wherein the defendant, now ex-convict, was alleged to have failed to submit to SCUMO a declaration of his activity, which is contrary to Section 6(1) of the Money Laundering Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 and punishable under Section 19 of the same Act, in addition to the substantive offence of tampering with the naira note as contained in count 4, for count 1 to 4. However, on the 5th of April 2024, notwithstanding the unequivocal confession of the ex-convict, admitting the essential ingredients of in count 5 and 6 of the charge, and having indicated willingness to plead guilty to count 1 and 4 of the charge, the prosecution, in total fidelity and candor to his oath and strict adherence to professional practice of not disclosing documents to their defense, having received a report of the investigation and activities from SCUMO, which showed that Bob Express is not a designated non-financial business and profession, decided to drop counts 5 and 6 of the charge in the interest of justice and fair hearing, without any inducement or prompting of any sort from the defense, and in line with the memoranda of the special, with the mandates of the Special Task Force Against Naira Abuse. We have this also attached here and marked as Allegation 3. That the Honourable House is invited to note that alteration, amendment, addition of charges is known to law. Very known to law. Particularly Section 216 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015. It also noteworthy to note that it is also noteworthy here to note that the alteration made by the prosecution did not contravene any provision of the external policies of the Commission, nor a standard operating procedure. That in the steps taken by the prosecution in proceeding to drop count 5 and 6, which is akin to amendment of the charges, can take place at any time before judgment is not alien, as the Commission has in numerous instances caused charges to be amended. You can see our attachment as Enclosure 4. The Honourable House is urged to use its constitutional power to ensure that corruption and other vices are exposed, investigated, prosecuted, and also ensure that patriotic and dedicated officers are not blackmailed, demonized, and demoralized for faithfully serving and carrying out their lawful duties. That the Commission has been consistent in its advocacy, calling on all public with credible information on any alleged act of corruption involving any of the staff to come forward with evidence. This, the public is urged to do responsibly. Short of the ex-convicts and other accusers openly naming the officers of the commission to whom they allege gave the bribe of 15 million naira in order to reduce and influence the dropping of counts 5 and 6 of the charge, bordering on money laundering, it is reasonable to infer that the ex-convict merely made up the story to convince the yet to be identified person he was speaking with in order to obtain financial favor under the pretext by dropping the name of the commission. We wish to draw the attention of the Honorable House to the fact that the onus of proving this grievous allegation against officers of the commission rests squarely on the accusers in this case, the ex-convicts and the buried man. It is noteworthy that the commission extends an invitation to the ex-convict and the buried man to come and assist the commission in unraveling the identities of the officers of the commission to whom the alleged bribe of the sum of 15 million naira was paid. Regrettably, up till this moment, none of them have honored the invitation. While appreciating the seriousness attached to this incident and the noble steps taken by this Honorable House to unravel a truth contained in this allegation in the viral video for the sanctity of the institution and the nation Nigeria, the Commission wishes to assure this Honorable House and the general public that on our part, we are committed to getting to the root of this matter and appropriate actions will be taken accordingly. In conclusion, the Commission is appealing to the general public to desist from attaching parochial sentiment and unfounded assumption to actions taken by patriotic and dedicated officers in the course of discharging their duties in the interest of the nation. Accept the assurances of the Executive Chairman, highest regard. Thank you.
No.
We will be presenting a copy of this presentation and all of the attachments to this.
Just hand it over to the clerk.
Thank you.
We have all listened to the chairman presented by his chief of staff. Let us, Honorable David.
The main of David and the representing the once again, Mr. Chairman, co-chairman, honorable colleagues, the officers of the Operational Center, the chief of staff to the EFCC, and other distinguished here. I haven't heard your submission on behalf of the chairman of EFCC. We were already at the closed section towards the point of chairman of this committee to make something before this was submission. I would have loved if this submission had come before the prosecutor. So the PRT today, like you already know, we are all here to make sure that justice is served. Secondly, we are all here to make sure that our institutions that are trying their best to put this country in a better shape, just like Mr. President have assured us of the global agenda that we are all in, to make sure that these things go on well. That's why we're all seated here. Thirdly, for me, as a member of this committee, I've already made my submission to chairman. Some of these whole allegations and whatever have been said today is centered on one person, and that is Mr. Okunaya. I don't want to mention the other one if I mention it. It's he. I don't know him. Even what is written here is he. So I am going by what I think you are looking for. I will send you back to admin. So he centers on him, and I want to submit this way, that this investigation will have more meaningful impact when we have him on the ground before us. Secondly, to have the alleged person who is in that tube of that conversation that they were all communicating together on the floor, with all these people, then we'll be able to really see what is really happening, so that they can look into our book and say, this Mr. A was whom this was given to, Mr. B this was given to. So I will want you to also have yourself in that, in terms of those issues of dropping camp charges or not. It's also on that same Mr. Idris to authenticate. We have heard from every quarter. So, Mr. Chairman, I want to submit that we adjourn to have Mr. Idris on ground, and then with the other counterpart we discuss with. We already have Vincent on ground. We have already all the submissions have been made, so that it will help us to get to the root of this, and then we'll leave it at all. Thank you so much.
Okay, if you want to say something at least, let us allow him to say something. Are you asking a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just 1 minute.